Warm regards to everyone. Today we will do an experiment regarding the osmosis. For that we need a few of the items. So let us look first for the item list. The first item is we need 2 eggs. The second item is we need a bottle of vinegar. And the third item is we need a container. It can be a glass container. We are taking glass container because it will be visible properly. So as you can see, we will take 1 egg carefully and we will pour it in the glass. We will pour the second egg inside the glass. As you can see, both the eggs are placed inside the glass. We will take the bottle of vinegar and pour vinegar on the egg into the glass. As you can see, the whole egg is completely submerged in the vinegar. As you can see, the bubbles are emerging. The reason for this emergence is the vinegar is acetic acid and the egg cell is made up of calcium carbonate. For that reason, when they are reacting, carbon dioxide gas is coming out. So this is the day 1 of the experiment that we are doing. We will see one by one up till 5 days and then we will continue the process. This is the day 2 experiment of the osmosis. As you can see, the froth has come up, and as we can see on the top there is a lot of froth. So this is caused due to the reactions between the calcium carbonate and the acid. So now let's see what happens on day 4 and then we will continue the experiment. Today is the day 4 of the experiment. We have already put out the egg in the normal water. This is the sponginess. As you can see, the egg is really spongy. Now what we will do is, this is the brine solution or the salt solution that we have already prepared. What we need to do is we need to put this egg in this solution for overnight and see what happens. As you can see, the egg is totally submerged, and then let us check it out tomorrow. This is the size of the egg on day 4. Let us check it out on day 5 and see what happens with this egg. This is the shape of our egg on the 5th day, and we have kept it for near about 18 to 22 hours, and as you can see, the size of the egg has shrunken down. This is because due to osmosis, the water inside the egg has flown out of it and the water has come out into the vessel because the solution was hypotonic. I hope you have understood this osmosis experiment. So today we will perform the second experiment, and for that we need an indicator, and the indicator here is turmeric powder, and we need a glass, a spoon and a base which is washing powder, and an acid which is vinegar. You can take citric acid or lemon also. So we will perform the experiment. First what we have to do, we have to take the indicator and put it in the glass. Secondly, we need water. We will pour it inside the glass, just enough so that the indicator can be visible, and then we will stir it with the spoon. As you can see, the original color of the indicator is yellow. It should not be very thick or very thin. it should be at optimum measure. Secondly, we will take the base and see what happens. I have taken base. As you can see, gradually the color has been converted to red. Let us now just mix it up. As you can see, the color is blood red. This shows that the substance that was added was a base. That is why the color has changed from yellow to red. Now, moving on to the second part, we will pour the acid, that is vinegar, and let's see what happens. Now, as you can see, it has converted back to yellow color. Let us just stir it up. As you can see, the froths are there. The reason behind this froth is the neutralization reaction between the acid and the base, and for that reason you can see the color change. It has been converted back into yellow color. So this was a simple demonstration of the experiment for the acid base indicator. I hope you have understood it properly. Hello everyone, so today we will perform another new experiment, and the experiment is simple circuit experiment. So as you can see, these are the items that we need for the experiment. The first thing we need is the battery. It is 9-volt battery. The second thing we need is the battery cap, which has two wires, one is live, one is neutral. The third item we need is a switch, which is used for regulating the current. And the last item we need is a resistor or a simple LED. So now we will begin the experiment. First of all, we have to take the battery and then we have to plug it with its cap. So as you can see, we have first of all put the cap on the battery. Now secondly, we have to connect it with the switch. As you can see, the switch has been connected to one end. Now third, what we have to do is we have to connect the other end of the switch to the LED and the remaining end of the battery to the LED. So as we can see, we are tying it with the two ends with the LED. The switch is currently off so that there is no flow of the current. This is the complete circuit. This is the complete circuit. This is a simple circuit and the switch is off. So now let's see what happens when we switch it on. As you can see, the LED lights up, and the reason behind is when the switch is on, the circuit gets completed, and for that reason the flow of current is complete, and for that reason we can see the LED is lit up. This is the complete circuit. Today we will perform another new experiment. We will perform the complicated circuit. In the before one we performed a simple circuit. This one is a bit complex because here two 9-volt batteries are used. So together it forms 18 volt, and the wires are connected, as you can see. So after that, they are being connected to a resistor. They are being connected to a resistor so that the LED bulb does not go off, because as it is 18 volt, it will provide high amount of current, and if it is not connected with resistor, then the LED bulb, as you can see this one, can go off. So after that, we have connected the resistor to a switch which is currently in off condition. Now we will complete the circuit by inserting the LED bulb in the circuit, and let's see what happens. This is the mechanism that you have to perform while you are wrapping the coil around the LED. So this is the complete circuit, as you can see. Two batteries connected in series connection, and with that the resistor is connected in a series connection, and with that the switch is connected, and after that we have connected it with the LED. So the whole arrangement is connected in series arrangement. You should keep it in mind that it is not a parallel arrangement. The whole thing is connected in a series arrangement. If one of the thing goes off, then the current will not flow and the current will stop. Now let's switch on it and see what happens. As you can see, the LED lights up when we switch it on. It shows that this resistor, as you can see, is able to reduce the amount of current. That is why the LED has not blown off. Otherwise, if we would have connected it in a series connection without any resistor, then definitely the LED bulb would have gone off, because it does not offer much resistance. I hope you have understood this complex circuit. These types of circuit are used in the litchi light which we use in our household.
Hello everyone, today we will perform the experiment of making a water dispenser at home. First of all, we will take this cardboard sheet and attach the glue to it. After that, we will attach 3 other small pieces of cardboard in the side, as you are seeing in this video. With the help of gum, we will attach the 3 sides, and then we will just allow it to cool and settle. After that, we will take a small bit of cardboard and attach it in the center to keep water bottle there, as you are seeing in the video. Next, we will take a bottle with a hole in which this pipe will go in. We will insert the pipe and then we will seal it off. After that, we will fill the bottle with the water in this mechanism. We will open the cap and then we will pour the water in the bottle, and we will keep the pipe end closed, otherwise the liquid will start flowing. And quickly we will close the cap so that the water does not emerges out from that pipe. Now you can see the water is not coming. As we loosen the cap, the water comes out. This is due to the air pressure that water had maintained, that the water was not coming out. As soon as we open the cap, the air pressure goes down and the water emerges out. After that, we will attach the glue and then we will cover it up on 4 sides, and the 4th cardboard will have a hole for the pipe outlet. And then we will place the bottle there, a glass there. After that, we will insert the pipe in the hole and then we will immerse it out from the hole and then into the glass. After that, let us check the experiment. But before that, let us attach this small fan for a very good design. After that, we will open and you can see the water is being collected in the bottom of the container or the glass. So this is how we make the homemade dispenser. And one more thing is we have to not waste water, which is very very precious in our day-to-day life. So be very very careful in wasting the water. So this is the water and this is the homemade dispenser.